This is the full tutorial for the C3 Lego puzzle box. This particular box makes use of extreme Frankenbricking, so if you are against Frankenbricking, this is probably not the box for you. Also, for the first time, we are selling pre-built boxes on eBay, so if you would like to purchase the box and not spoil the surprise in the build, we have 10 boxes available. So that is an option for you all as well. Okay, we'll get started with the full tutorial. All right, the base layer is going to have a 4x4 plate, a 1x4 plate, a 2x4 plate, a 1x10 plate, a 2x4 plate, a 1x6 plate, and a 2x6 plate. And we're just going to push these together to form our base layer. So the objective for C3 is to find the money. And also one big difference in this box from our other boxes is that this box utilizes 2 tools. So take note of that. All right, for the next layer, we have a 4x6 plate, and that one goes right here. A 1x4 plate there. A 2x6 plate here. A 2x2 plate there, a 2x4 plate here, a 1x4 plate there, and a 1x8 plate here. I'm just pushing it all down so that it is nice and secure. Okay, the next layer, I have a 1x6 plate. That one goes there. A 1x4 plate here. A 1x8 plate there, a 2x6 plate here, a 1x6 plate there, and then I have a 2x2 tile, a 2x4 tile, and a 2x2 tile. And I need one more 1x4 plate there, so I'm going to place that one also. Okay, we have the next layer. I have a 1x1 tile in yellow, and then a 1x1 plate, a 1x2 tile, and a 1x4 plate. This is a 1x4 brick. And then next I have a 1x2 jumper. That one's gonna go right there. A 1x1 tile, and a 1x2 brick. Then I have a 1x4 plate, a 1x1 brick, another 1x1 brick, one more, and then a 1x1 plate. I'm gonna square that one up. Next I have a 2x2 plate there. A 2x2 brick, a 1x3 brick, a 1x1 brick, and a 1x3 plate. Okay, next I have a 1x4 plate there, and I have a 1x1 navy brick, a 1x1 technic brick with a hole, another 1x1 brick, and then a 1x1 black brick. And we're going to put this 1x1 plate directly over the 1x1 brick with the technic hole right there. This 1x1 plate is going to go behind the black brick, and then this 1x2 plate is going to sit here. A 1x1 plate on top of the line brick, a 1x1 plate on top of that white brick, and then another line 1x1 brick there. This 1x3 tile is going to sit right there. All right, the next step is to place a 1x2 technic brick with an axle hole, and it's going to sit right here on that jumper plate. but there's going to be another piece that goes along the top, so we need to cut off the top stud here. This is where the extreme Frankenbricking starts to take over. So if you are a kid, please get help from an adult. I don't want anyone getting hurt due to one of our puzzle boxes. So take caution. The best way to do it is I like to put the brick down like this and just hold it tightly and just press down on that stud. And it comes off pretty easily actually. So I got this little piece here to come off. That's just the top of the stud. But there's still a little residual piece of the stud on the brick. So I'm just gonna do it another time and try to get it as flush as I can. And that should do it. All right, so it doesn't actually matter which one you take off because you can always flip it. But we want the one without the stud to sit towards the outside of the box. And this piece is actually going to be offset from the edge of the box, sitting on that jumper. Okay, next we have a 1x6 plate, and this one's going to sit over top the edge of the box. So if we had that stud on that Technic brick, it would be blocking. But because we shaved it down, this plate now can sit cleanly. Next we have a 1x2 Technic brick with 2 holes, and this one's going to sit right like that. And then a 1x2 brick next to it. This 1x2 navy plate is going to sit right there over top of the black 1x6. I have a 1x3 tile, and that one sits right there. Next, I have a 1x6 plate, and this one's going to go right there. And this 1x1 plate is going to sit right there. Next, I have a 1x3 plate, and it's going to sit on top of the other 1x3 plate. This 2x2 tile is going to sit right there. Next, I have a 1x2 Technic brick with 1 hole. That one goes there. This 1x1 plate sits here. And then I have 2 1x3 plates that go there. Okay, it's time to Frankenbrick again. This 1x2 yellow brick, we need to remove that under tube there. So I take my needle nose pliers, grab onto that under tube, and I'm just going to rock back and forth until the under tube comes out, like that. And this one is going to sit right here, and it should be able to slide on that stud. If it can't, you need to remove a little more of the under tube. Next, I have a 1x1 Technic brick with a hole. This one is just gonna sit freely for now, and it's gonna sit just like that. It will be secured later. Okay, next we have a 2x3 plate, and it's going to lock in that black Technic brick, just like that. Another 2x3 plate will sit there. This 1x2 Technic brick is going to sit right in this cavity on top of that tile. And for now it's just going to float in there, but it will become secure later on. Next I have a 1x3 plate, a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 black brick, and a 1x1 white brick. This 1x2 tile is going to sit there, and then a 1x4 black plate, like that. Okay, next I have a 1x2 tile here, and a 2x2 tile. A 1x3 plate, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x2 plate. This 1x2 plate is going to sit on that outer Technic brick. And on the sliding Technic brick, we have this 2x2 corner plate. And it's going to sit right like that. And this one should slide back and forth like this. Next, a 2x2 plate, or sorry, a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 tile, and a 1x2 tile. And this 1x2 plate is going to sit right there. This 1x3 plate, there. Okay, next we have a 1x6 plate that's going to sit here, and it's kind of cantilevered over the edge right now. And then a 1x3 black plate on top and a 1x3 white plate on top of that. This 1x1 plate sits here and another 1x1 plate there. Next, we have a 1x2 plate here on top of the navy one, a 1x2 plate like that. This 1x1 tile is going to sit on this sliding Technic brick piece, and then a 1x1 plate also on that same piece. If you need to remove that piece in order to place the tile and the plate, go ahead. This 1x1 plate sits there, and this 2x2 corner plate sits like that. Okay, next we're going to make a key. It has a 1x3 white plate, a 1x2 black plate, this 1x4 plate that's missing the center two studs. It's got just the two outer studs, a 2x2 corner tile, and a 1x2 tile. So I'm going to start by putting this 2x2 corner tile over top of this black plate and this gray one here. And then this 1x3 white plate is going to just sit right underneath like that. This is one where I made it with used bricks. It was able to slide cleanly, but when I used the new bricks, this corner was getting hung up. And these actually are new bricks, so I'm just going to trim it down just a little bit so it slides cleanly. And I'm just going to take off that 90-degree edge just a little bit and shave it down. And that should be enough just to take off the sharp edge. And then this 1x2 tile is going to hang over the edge like that. And this piece, we're going to just rest it right here like this, and it's going to float freely for now. Okay, next I'm going to secure this piece in a little more with this 1x4 black plate. And then next to it I have a 1x1 black tile. This 1x2 plate is going to just rest right in this cavity here. If I can get it in there. And then it's going to secure with a 2x2 plate right on top. This 1x2 plate is going to sit there. And then this 2x2 corner plate, we need to make sure this piece is all the way back, but this one's going to sit right here like this for now. This 1x1 tile is going to sit there on that sliding piece. And then this 1x1 plate is going to sit right there. Okay, now we have another piece that needs to be Frankenbricked. It's this 1x2 white plate. I've found that with newer bricks, they don't have the little ridges on the inside, but some of my older plates, they do have ridges along the side. It's ideal to have one without the ridges just because it'll slide cleaner. But I'm going to take my pliers. I like to squeeze these ones and just pop off the under tube. And then I just want to make sure I have all the residual pieces of that under tube so that it can slide as cleanly as possible. Let's see if that works. It's going to go right here and it's going to slide right like that. And this one slides very cleanly, so I'm happy with how that under tube was removed. Okay, we're going to build up another layer. This is a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 tile, another 1x1 plate, and a 1x1 tile. This is a 2x2 corner plate, a 1x2 plate, it's a 1x1 black brick. This 2x2 corner plate sits like this, and then this 1x1 brick sits like that. This piece is still floating, but it will become secure very soon. Okay, next we're going to place this 2x2 plate here and a 1x1 plate, or sorry, a 1x1 tile there. This 2x3 plate is going to sit over the edge a little bit like that. So it's flush with the outside edge and then it overhangs on the inside. These 1x2 plates, I'm going to stack them and put them here. And then same for these 1x1 plates, I'm going to stack them, square them up, and put them there. And then this 1x2 tile is going to sit there. Okay, next we have a 2x2 plate here and a 1x3 plate there, a 1x1 plate here, and a 1x2 plate like that. This 2x2 corner tile is going to sit right like that. And then I have a 2x2 corner plate, and this one is going to sit on this white stud and kind of hang over the edge. Alright, we're just going to secure this 2x2 corner plate in with this 1x2 tile and another 1x2 tile like that. Next we're going to make some sliders. Alright, for this first slider we're going to start with two 1x4 plates, a white and a black, and we're just going to push those together. Then I have a 1x1 brick, a 1x2 Technic brick with a single hole, and then a 1x2 Technic brick with two holes. That will join the two plates together. And then I'm going to leave a space. On the end I'm going to stack 1, 2, 3 1x2 plates. And then for the top I have a 1x1 tile, a 1x4 tile, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x2 tile. And then I'm going to position this other tile so that it just leaves one space at the end. Alright, the next slider is going to utilize a 1x6 plate and a 1x2 black plate. And I'm just going to push those together. And then on top I have a 1x2 brick, a 1x2 Technic brick with two holes, and then two 1x2 Technic bricks with one hole. And then to secure it, I'm going to use this 1x4 tile, like that, a 1x1 tile, a 1x2 jumper, and another 1x1 tile on the end. And then this one, I'm going to also leave one unit. So this tile will kind of sit right in the middle of that jumper. So now we have our two sliders, and we're just going to position them on the box like this. So this first one that had all those plates stacked, we're just going to slide it in right like that. And this tile should kind of come right at that intersection. And then this one, the side that had the black plate, it's going to sit right like that. So that when we look from the side, it looks like this. Okay, we're going to make one final slider. It starts with a 1x8 white plate, and then I have a 1x1 black tile, a 1x1 white tile, a 1x2 jumper, a 1x1 white tile, another 1x2 jumper, and one more 1x1 tile. I'm just gonna square those up. And then I might actually connect these here. So we'll go kind of in reverse order. A 1x3 white plate, a 1x4 white plate, and then a 1x1, sorry, these are all tiles. A 1x3 white tile, 1x4 tile, and a 1x1 tile. And then underneath I have a 1x1 black brick, a 1x1 white brick. I'm gonna skip over this one for now. Another 1x1 white brick and another 1x1 white brick. So we need to, you guessed it, remove the under tubes from these. So some have under tubes like that. These are much easier to remove. And other ones have these little side ridges. These ones are very annoying to remove. But I found with these new 1x2 Technic bricks with 2 holes, they have the side ridges instead of the under tube. So we'll start with this under tube. Just gonna clamp on, rock back and forth, and that one's done. This one's gonna go here. And then this one, again, if you're a kid, you want to consult an adult to help you with this because this one needs a knife. So what I like to do is I like to sit the brick upright like this and just kind of position my knife over top of that first ridge. This one has 2 ridges on each side, and I'm just going to press straight down. And it kind of, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of just got those ridges off the edge. Let's see if you can see this. And I'm going to use my pliers to just pull those ridges out. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Position my knife at the top and just press straight down. You might need to rock a little bit. And now those ridges are out. I'm gonna pull them out. All right, that was kind of first pass. Let's test and see. It still is a little, I mean, it does slide, but it's a little bit jerky. So I'm gonna try again. Just gonna remove a little bit more from each of the sides. We'll see if that's enough. That's a little jerky still. I may need to kind of remove a little bit further up. So I'm gonna do that off camera, but you get the idea. All right, I think I got it to a place where I like it. Let's see if you can see this on the inside. And I've just taken out all the ridges on each of those 2 edges. So this one gets positioned like this. And then we're going to put this piece right on top of that one. And it should be able to slide. This is going to position right here on this edge with this tall black side on this side to kind of form the C. So that one's gonna sit right like that. Next we're gonna work on locking these guys in place. Okay, to lock these ones in place, I have a 1x2 pink plate that's going to go there and a 2x4 white plate there. Right now these are floating free, but we're gonna lock them in with these plates. This is a 1x6 white plate, a 2x6 black plate, a 1x4 black plate, and this 4x4 black plate. So it should look like this. Okay, we're going to work on adding another layer. This is a 2x4 white plate. a 4x4 white plate, a 1x3 plate, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x2 plate. This 1x2 plate is going to sit right like that. A 1x1 plate and a 1x2 plate. And then I have this 2x2 plate, and this 2x2 corner plate is going to sit like that. Next I have a 2x4 plate. It's going to sit here. A 2x2 corner tile there. A 1x2 plate here, and a 2x2 tile there. Okay. A 1x2 plate, sorry, a 1x2 tile, a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 tile, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x1 tile. Then I have a 1x1 brick, and I have 2 of these pink 1x1 bricks. If you want to substitute that for a 1x2, go for it. Next, a 1x2 tile and a 1x1 brick. For the next layer, we have a 1x1 tile, a 1x1 plate, 1x1 tile, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x2 tile. And then I have a 1x3 plate and a 1x2 plate, and then a 1x1 brick. So that's what that should look like. Okay, next I have a 2x4 tile. This one's gonna go here, and really press this one down. This one's important that it's pressed down. A 1x1 plate is gonna sit on top of that white brick. And then I have 2 more pieces here. I have a 1x2 Technic brick. We're gonna remove the under tube on that one. Like that. This one's gonna sit right here. And then another 1x2 plate. And we also need to remove the under tube on this one. And the reason why I chose transparent was because typically the transparent ones don't have the ridges on the inside. So that's why I chose that, but any 1x2 plate will work. Ideally one without the internal ridges. So for these plates, I like to kind of just squeeze the under tube first and then do the rocking second. And that removes it pretty cleanly. Let's just test this guy. It seems pretty good. I found with the newer plates that a lot of them don't have the side ridges, but some of my older ones do. So this whole box is new bricks, but that's just one thing that I found. All right, a little more Lego surgery here. So when I first was making these boxes, I was noticing that this piece was getting hung up. This is one that you push in like that. And I think just with the newer pieces, these angles are very sharp. So I'm just gonna take this. So this piece is gonna sit right like this. And I want to remove this side. Just take off that 90-degree edge. So I'm gonna hold it upright and just slice downward just a little bit, just to take off that sharp angle. And this piece is gonna sit right like that. And then it's going to be topped off with a 1x2 plate. Okay, I'm going to secure this piece with this 1x4 tile. And again, this is one that should slide. This 1x3 plate is going to sit on top of all those 1x1 bricks. And I'm going to make another slider. So I have 2 1x2 bricks and then a 1x2 Technic brick with a center hole and a 1x6 black tile. So this first one, I'm going to just keep this one intact. That one is going to sit right here. but these two both need the under tubes removed. So this one with the hole, this one's gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna rest it on that stud there. And then one more, just regular 1x2 brick. I'm gonna remove the under tube. And this one is going to sit right here. And then I'm gonna top them off with this tile. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. It's a 1x6 plate. And this one's gonna sit right there. Next I have several bricks. I have a 1x1 white brick here, 1x1 yellow brick, a 1x1 dark bluish gray brick, a 1x2 white brick, and a 1x1 lime green brick. And then I'm gonna put a 1x1 plate over top, a 1x3 plate, a 1x1 tile, and a 1x1 plate. And for this one is going to sit right here on top of that black brick. I have a 1x2 technic brick with one hole. I'm gonna set that one there. I'm gonna stack these 3 plates. It's also acceptable to use just a brick here, but I thought the 3 plates kind of disguised this move a little bit more. So those are gonna sit there. And then I have a 1x1 plate, a 1x4 plate, and a 1x1 plate. All right, this next slider has a 1x1 navy brick, a 1x2 brick, another 1x2 brick, a 1x1 brick, a 1x1 technic brick with the center hole, and then 2 more 1x2 bricks. So all 4 of these 1x2 bricks, they all need the under tubes removed. So I'm gonna do that really fast off camera. All right, I've removed the under tubes, and now we're gonna start placing these bricks. So we're gonna start with this 1x1 navy brick. This one's gonna float for the time being. A 1x2 brick. And another 1x2 brick, and this one's gonna kind of sit over top of that edge. There's gonna be a little hole underneath it. Then these ones are going to float. It's a 1x1 brick, and then the one with the hole next to it. And then these 2 bricks are going to sit like this on that stud. Okay, we are going to use a 2x4 plate to secure those in, like that. And then I have a 1x2 brick. I'm just gonna set it on the edge like that. This 1x1 plate is gonna sit on this outermost corner, and the 1x1 tile is going to sit here. It's very important that that one is a plate and this one is a tile. Okay, next I'm gonna secure this floating brick in with this 2x2 corner tile. And it's going to sit right here like that. What I wanna do is I wanna remove the under tube from this face, but leave this side intact. So I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna pinch this one together, and then I'm gonna just rack that one off. So now this under tube is removed, but it still has this support at the 90-degree angle, and that also needs to be removed. So I might do that one with this knife and just kind of cut down on it and try to pull it out. All right, that's removed, and I'm gonna clean this up a little bit with the pliers to remove all these residual pieces. Okay, we'll see if this can focus in or not. So this is going to sit, need this piece back, stud on the outermost one, and this one's gonna sit right like this. This is the side that I took out the under tube. It's going to sit right like that. Okay, next I'm going to secure this whole side in with this 1x8 tile. Because this kind of pushes back, this navy brick here has a tendency to just want to pop off. If you want to use glue, putting a little dab of glue right there so it's secured to this tile is an option. I don't always love using glue, but that one does have a tendency to pop off sometimes. Next we're going to put a 1x1 tile there, a 1x2 tile here, and another 1x1 tile there. Okay, next I'm going to put a 1x1 plate there and a 1x3 plate here. This 1x4 plate is going to sit like that. This 4x6 plate, right like this. This 2x4 plate is going to sit right like this, but I'm going to actually secure it to this 4x6 plate like that, and then put this right over top like that. And then this 2x4 plate right like that. Okay, we're gonna add another layer. This is a 2x10 plate. That one's gonna sit there. This 4x4 plate sits right like that. This is a 2x8 plate. That one's gonna go there. This is a 2x4 plate right there, and a 2x2 plate. And it looks like I'm missing my 2x6 plate. I'll be right back with that. All right, here's my 2x6 plate. Gonna secure that one on. And now we're just gonna decorate the top with some tiles. These are all 2x4 tiles. On this side here, we're gonna put the navy one there, the dark gray one there, and the light gray one there. And then just finishing off with the rest of these tiles. And now the shell of the box is complete. We just need to make the winning button. Okay, it's gonna start with this 4x4 plate. And then I have 2 of these 2x4 bricks. I'm just gonna set those on like that. And then I have 4 of these 1x1 Technic bricks with the hole. So those are gonna go along this outside edge. And you wanna make sure that all the holes are lined up so something can pass through them. Okay, next I have a 1x4 brick. That one is gonna go here. And then a 2x3 brick is going to sit here. And then in this cavity, I'm going to stack 2 1x2 plates. Put that there. And then a 1x1 plate here. And then on this outer corner, a 1x1 tile. The first thing I'm going to do is take the corner that has the tile, and I'm just going to rotate that so that is facing me. And now this is the side that has the Technic bricks with the holes. This 1x4 tile is going to sit here. And then I want these 2 1x4 bricks to sit like that. I'm going to stack these 1x3 plates, and then put the 1x4 plate over top. And this is just going to sit right like this to leave a little space over top of that tile. All right, we're gonna start with these ones over here. They're a little difficult to see, but this is a 1x3 black plate, and then a 1x4 black plate, and a 2x3 black plate. And then we're gonna work with these ones. This is a 2x4 white plate, and this is going to sit just this way so that this one that's over the edge is now supported. And then on this side, we're going to fill it in with these 2 1x4 plates. Next, we're going to use this 2x4 black plate. Put that one here. And this 2x3 black plate is going to sit here, and a 1x2 black tile there. Then we have a 1x4 white tile, a 2x4 white plate, and a 1x2 white plate. And then on these two outer edges, we're going to put our money pieces. Okay, and to round off our winning button, we have a 1x1 tile here in this corner. On this is a 2x3 black plate. I'm gonna put a 2x2 white brick there with this lime green tile on top and a money piece here. And this is going to sit on top of these studs here like that. All right, we're ready to put everything all together. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hold this winning button and rotate it so that this side, the side that has the hole and this tile opening, is facing towards you like that. And then you want to take your box and face this 3 towards you like this. And then we're going to just insert this key up into the box like that. Next, you're going to push this lever this way and then into the box. Now, if it's having trouble going in, you may need to shave down that 1x4 with 2 studs on it, just a tiny bit more, but that went in cleanly for me. Next, we're going to take this 1x4 axle with the little stopper on the end and put that right into this hole beneath the 3. So you may need to finagle it a little bit, but that sits right like that. 2 other locks that we have are this side of the H. You want to push this top one in. I'm just going to use the tool to do that, and push this bottom one in like that. So finding this tool here is a very difficult task when you've not built the box, but it's going to be spoiled now. You've come this far. It's the very last piece. It's the final locking mechanism, but it has to be in this configuration in order for this piece to go in cleanly. So what you want to do is you want to find this side here, and this is the corner where the 3 stripes kind of intersect. And what you're going to do is you're going to push back on this. That allows this top portion of the 3 to extend. And that same button that we pushed, we're going to push it a second time, but in this direction, to extend this middle portion of the C. So when I do that, now this hole here lines up. I can drop my tool in, and I just hide it by first pushing this C part back in and then pushing the 3 part back in. And once I've done that, my puzzle is fully locked and ready to be solved. Okay, so one tiny bit of troubleshooting before this video wraps up, and it's just to make sure these sliders are sliding correctly. So for this first one, when we push it out, it should be able to extend a 1/2 of a brick's length on both sides. So that one should come out that much. For the second one, same thing, a 1/2 on each side. There's this one, and then on the other side, we have that. And then for this third slider, it should extend 1 full length towards this navy one, and then sit flush on the other side. If these aren't sliding like that, it means maybe you might need to shave down. I'm guessing the culprit's probably going to be that 1x2 brick with the tricky sides. So that's one bit of troubleshooting you may need to do before your box is completely ready. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you again on the next one. Cheat 3, out.